Hello, and do I have a story for you guys? Hi, if you are just landing here, my name is Lindsey Latham. This is the animal communications section of my YouTube channel. Be sure to hit the like button. In this section of my YouTube channel, I share the wisdom and symbolism as well as intuitive spirit-led guidance through my own personal experience as an animal communicator and as a professional psychic and just as a soul living in a human body in correlation with the symbolism of the animal kingdom as they come to me. This is a fairly new playlist on my YouTube channel, but it is taking off quite quickly. So, last night, I had a visitor. And I wouldn't have thought much about it because I see these precious little creatures all over the place all the time. But this was significantly significant because I saw one outside. And then late last night, I could not sleep, and I came downstairs, and I was like putzing around in my kitchen or cleaning up or whatever, and I looked up on the ceiling over here, and there was a cricket. So this is the second cricket I'm seeing within, a couple hours. So I'm like, cricket, what are you doing on my ceiling? So I was like, okay, so I need to make a video on the cricket tomorrow. So then I came over to my table and I opened the book to the cricket, which is also the grasshopper. The grasshopper and the cricket are combined in the Animal Speak book by Ted Andrews. If you don't have this book, I suggest going and getting it. And then, so I was like, okay, so I put a marker in the book and I thought for a second about making the video then, but I was like, no, it was so late. I had to get to bed as soon as possible. And so then I looked back up at the ceiling. I was like, where are you, cricket? Well, my son made this painting right up here on the wall with his monster trucks. He likes to put his monster trucks and paints and then go over the canvas with the wheels of the monster truck. And the cricket was sitting right on top of his painting. So I was like, oh, well, we'll do a photo shoot for the thumbnail. So when you look at the thumbnail, that's what you're looking at. So it's so cute. I took about 5 photos of him sitting on top of the painting. And then I reviewed the pictures with him. And I was like, which one do you like best? And the one that was clearest, I double checked with him. I was like, he moved his arm and his antenna. So then I reviewed them again and showed them all again. And then the one that was clearest, he moved his arm and his antenna again. And so that is the one that made the cut that is on the thumbnail. And also, which I'm adding into this video, the cricket is still with me. He is under the table. So about an hour ago, when I started to prepare for this video, I got up. I'm in a swivel chair that rolls, and I got up out of the chair, and he was sitting under my chair. And I was like, you got to be careful. I was like, because of the rollies or whatever. So then he moved, and now he's under the table somewhere up in there. So I'm sure I'll put in those videos either, I don't know yet if it'll be at the beginning, or maybe I'll put it in right here, and I don't know. Okay, so I guess if I'm going to do that, I should stop this so I could put that in real quick. So bear with me, guys. I'm not into editing or any of this stuff, and so I'm just adding stuff in where I can. Hey guys, this is my cricket friend. We met last night, and he has to do with the message today, and I didn't realize that he was here, but he was literally sitting under my seat while I'm preparing this video. So he's ready. So I'm gonna start the video. He's hanging out. He was under my rolly chair. I was like, my goodness, like that is dangerous. But he has made himself clear that he is chilling. He wants to be here with me. he has been in the house, to my knowing, all night. And yeah, here we go. Okay. So let's get into the cricket. So the main thing about crickets, because if you see this is from, not from me sitting down last night. The cricket and the grasshopper are something that I run into often. So I've done research on them before, and their keynote so their main symbolism is uncanny leaps forward. That's what the book says, word for word. Uncanny leaps forward. So it's major, strides forward in endeavors. And I really needed that wisdom last night, because yesterday was a tough day for me. And there's, I'm sure a lot of things are going on, but this dark moon has been an experience. And, things have kind of just seemed to stop. But I know that things getting very still in my life means I'm being redirected. And that redirection has been amazing, because it has been the jumping off point for this animal communication section of my YouTube channel to be created and shared with you all. So I was really happy to see this cricket, and I'm even more happy that he's still here with me today. And I asked him if he wanted to come up on the table, and I put my hand up for him to crawl up, and he walked around in a circle, but he didn't get in my hand. So that's why he's not on the table. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit out of the book and then share as things intuitively come, if it comes, through the message. So, beginning, it says, although the ancient Hebrews saw the grasshopper, or cricket, as a symbol of the scourge, which, you guys, I don't know what that word means. Oh, scourge. If I'm thinking correctly, scourge means drought. Is that what it means? Does it mean? Because that would make even more sense. Let me look it up while I have you guys on here for a second, or I'll pause. Okay, guys. So, scourge, a whip or a lash, especially for the infliction of punishment or torture. Severe criticism, a cause of affliction or calamity, disease, and famine are scourges of humanity. Okay, so, my goodness. So the ancient Hebrews saw the grasshopper or cricket as a symbol of that. In other societies, it is held a position of honor and respect. In China, grasshoppers and crickets were symbols of good cheer, good luck, abundance, and virtue. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. It's all about what you choose to look at. When I come across a cricket or a grasshopper, I am not thinking infliction, and I'm thinking positive things. Some even believe that relatives can come back to life as a grasshopper or cricket, and they would construct small cages for those they would find. Which, this reminds me, my grandfather, who has been gone for over 20, he's been gone since like 2021, 2001, over 20 years. He used to make these little cages, or they were like little screened in porches for lightning bugs for us, but that just reminded me of it. Even to the ancient Greeks, the grasshopper was a symbol of nobility. As its name implies, the grasshopper moves by leaping and hopping. This is also how it escapes. Grasshoppers have a tremendous jumping ability, and they can leap horizontally up to 20 times their own body length. For those with this totem, it is important to get off your butt and move. Take a chance, take a leap forward, which is exactly what I've been doing with this channel and this new playlist. The hind legs of the grasshopper are different from the rest of its legs and the legs of other insects. They are extremely long and large. The hind legs have delicately controlled muscles. Those with this totem will usually find that things don't move or flow the way they do with other people. I've been getting this message a lot from a lot of different animals, which there's a deep lesson in there. Comparing yourself to others is pointless. That's why competition is pointless. Jealousy is pointless, because there is no one like you. There is no one exactly like you. There is no one who shares the same perspective as you do, as long as you are authentically expressing yourself. Wow, that's deep too, because think about it. Competition, jealousy, all of those things were created in a manifestation of matrix brainwashing. Creating everybody to be the same creates competition to be the best brainwashed. Can you see how preposterous that is? When we are intuitively connected in divine expression with Source, living in authenticity with our own sovereign thought, deconditioned from all of the brainwash and from the matrix, there is no one like us. There is no perspective the same. Therefore, there is no competition, because no one can be you. No one can be exactly like you. Nobody can express art, which art is in everything. Everything can have your own artistic twist and expression on it, and it's not going to be, nobody can replicate it. So therefore, that eliminates the point of jealousy. Why are you going to be jealous of something that you have your own beauty? What is the point? The only reason jealousy grows is if you're trying to fit yourself inside of a box that was created to keep you in a box, that was created to brainwash you into a box to compare yourself to others. When, by deconditioning, seeing the preposterousness, if that's even a word, of the matrix, and how it literally creates separation and pins people against each other, when you really find your self-worth and you really find your own sovereign thought and your own artistic way, and it doesn't have to be years of healing work. It's just realizing your own worth. Boom, jealousy is gone. You find love for yourself. Why would you want to be anybody else? If you want to be somebody else, there is work to be done on your self-worth. There is work to be done on what is it that person that you're projecting jealousy onto, what is it that you're seeing in them that you want, that you perceive that you don't have, because you're only perceiving that you don't have it. And if it's material stuff, then it's time to go within. Because going within and finding your own worth and your own genius and your own creative expression instead of copying off of other people is where you're going to be able to obtain that material thing that you're looking at is so grand. Okay. Those with this totem will usually find that things don't move or flow the way they do with other people. That is my story to a T. Progress is not usually another thing is, if you're not caught up in the matrix and you're not brainwashed, you're not going to move the way other people do. And that is a thing to be celebrated, not condemned. Like, you know, I've been condemned my whole younger life for, you know, all the shaming and everything, for not being able to operate like other people. The time for that shit is over. We are moving out of that into authentic energy, devoid. People are finally realizing how brainwashed they are and how ridiculous it is. And how people like us were authentic and doing right in alignment with ourselves and source the whole time. We couldn't fake being, we couldn't fake the fakeness. That's why we have been unsuccessful at playing the Matrix game. We weren't supposed to, because we're here to teach others that there is another way, and quite possibly maybe the way that they're going along with is toxic. Absolutely toxic. Which I didn't really fully understand until I became a mother. A solo mother at that. And I'm being told by my mom just to suck it up. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. You should be able to do this. When your kid's in daycare, that's your break. When I'm supposed to be hustling and making money to take care of the family, that's my break. That's toxic. No, that isn't the way it's supposed to be. That is utterly detrimental to our energetic systems, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, or otherwise, in every way, shape, or form. And I will go so far to say that if you can operate in those systems, you are so shut down, you don't know what is going on, because it's toxic. Absolutely toxic. All right. And I know that that's not just for me. That isn't a me thing. That is a collective thing. It's toxic. It's just people are so shut down to their own energetic systems. They, one, aren't going to say anything about it because they don't want to be seen, because they've been programmed to sit down, shut up, don't be seen. They have such low self-confidence that they're not going to say anything. That's all programming. I don't know what B was. I'm just going to keep moving on. I get all like passionate. I get passionate about things like this because I care about the collective. I care about humanity, and I care about toxicity on this planet on a collective level. And I care about the things that are keeping everybody or people asleep and toxic, those things coming to an end. So humanity can be free and have open hearts and open minds, in touch with themselves and their own intuition and their own power, living in alignment with their true gifts, in alignment with the divine. That is what I want for everyone. So I get passionate, which the Matrix has construed my passion for things into anger. A lot of people will look at this and see anger, but it's not anger. It's passionate love, and deep love is the only word for it, for all of us as a whole. But see, the Matrix has got everything flipped. So the people who are passionate and they speak up for not only themselves but others, the Matrix has taught that people like me are angry. We hate people. Our passion is anger. It's evil. Well, it's the absolute opposite. It's the opposite. You have been programmed to view me as a disgruntled, angry people hater. When, I mean, it's could not be farther from the truth. I am passionate about love being within humanity and within the hearts and the minds of everyone, which I know is impossible right now, but within people on this planet, so we can be free and love and not be in fear. The fear is just ridiculous. Anything that is inflicting fear into you is a manipulation, and it's not in divine alignment. Anyone, anything, any process, it's not in source alignment with love, unity, light, consciousness. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. When grasshopper shows up, or cricket, I guess I'll just say cricket. When cricket shows up, there is about to be a new leap forward. One that will probably carry you past the others around you in your life. Crickets have an instinct for finding the sunny sides of mounds and other places so they can be exposed to the sun. They have a knack for being in the warmth and light and knowing when to make their leaps. Trust your own instincts and rhythms if this is your totem. What works for others will not necessarily work for you. Also remember, what works for you will probably not work for anyone else. Listen to your own inner voice to know when to make your moves in any area of your life. So, I mean, this is all about intuition. This is all about using your inner guidance system. I feel weird saying crickets. Grasshoppers, because it says grasshoppers. Grasshoppers possess a tympanic organ on the front legs. As they breathe, this organ is activated. By moving the legs in different directions, they are able to locate a sound source. This connection between sensing sounds and the legs is highly significant. Trust your inner voice. Those with the grasshopper totems have uncanny ability to leap into successful ventures. This becomes even more true when they learn to listen to that inner voice and follow their own instincts. Sometimes grasshopper can show up if we are not listening or if we are afraid to make the leap off of our mound. Many times such fears have to do with the fact that no one else has done it this way. What was I talking about earlier? Grasshopper people have to learn to make new leaps. Life only becomes difficult when they refuse to move. At such times, they may feel as if they are experiencing a scourge themselves, a punishment, that makes me want to cry. Remember, a grasshopper always leaps up or forward. It doesn't leap back. Oh, I'm so grateful for this cricket and for the visit. I'm sorry, I know you guys probably don't want to see me get all teary-eyed and emotional. The fact that I'm able to find peace and gratefulness within being able to share with you all, as well as just opening my eyes to other life around me, is something to be celebrated. And if you are here with me, then it's safe to say that that is something that is in alignment with you also, and it is to be celebrated. Don't forget that. You are special. You are on the right path. And whatever you have been considering starting, or if you have just started a new venture or a new project, expect things to take off quickly. That is what the cricket has come to let us know today. And I'm going to end this video here because I know it's probably already about 20 minutes or so. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. This will help my channel get more out into the algorithm. If you want to work with me directly, I do animal communication sessions as well as lost pet location. I also work with humans for psychic services such as mediumship, personal guidance, yada, yada, yada. You can learn more about me by going to the Linktree link in the description below or in the pinned comment below this video. I would love to hear your perspective and meet you. Please comment so we can connect. And yep, bye. Thanks for being here. I keep trying to go because the phone is on my computer. So I keep going to my computer like I'm going to push stop record. And it's like, no, Lindsay, your phone is sitting here. So, all right, bye.